Jai Hind, my dear student. Today we are going to learn about latest trends and technologies. Okay, first is flipped classroom. So, flipped classroom is a pedagogical model in which the typical lecture and homework elements of a course are reversed. Okay, in this model, short video lectures are viewed by students at home before the class session. Class time is devoted to activities, exercise, projects, or discussion instead of theoretical discussions on topic. So here, online quizzes or activities can be combined to test what students have learned. So immediate quiz feedback and ability to replay lecture video may help explain points of misunderstanding. Okay, so this approach supports instructor playing their most important role of guiding their students to deeper thinking and higher level of applications, right? So advantage of flipped classroom. Advantage of flipped classrooms are mainly like students learn more deeply, they acquire a deeper understanding of the content and how to use it because they interact more and meaningfully with their instructor. Okay, so second is students are more active participants in learning. Third, the students' role shift from passive recipients to active constructor of knowledge, giving them chance to practice using the intellectual tools of the discipline. Interaction increases and students learn from one another. Okay, and fifth point is students work together, applying course concept with guidance from the instructor. This way, instructor and students get more feedback. Okay, and the last is with more chances for student to apply their knowledge and therefore demonstrate their ability to use it. Loopholes in their understanding become visible to both themselves and the instructor. Okay, so you should remember that the increase interaction in this model helps to create a learning community that supports them to build knowledge together inside and outside in the classroom. Okay, my dear student. So next is cloud computing. So what is cloud computing? These days, a school seeking solution for its school administration related computer requirements has two options. Okay, so first is the school can purchase server, install network, purchase multiple software solution and implement this, all bearing a huge cost. Okay, so this cost will be followed by monthly maintenance cost, salary of network engineer, hardware technician and other related cost. Okay, and second option is school can hire services from some software solution provider who have this kind of software on their server, and school can use that software anytime from any location by connection to that server through internet. So school can pay that software service provider nominal fee for this on monthly or annual basis. Okay, so which one will be best? The second option is that of cloud computing. Okay, so cloud computing is internet computing, where cloud is the term used for the internet. It is the internet based computing whereby shared resources, software and information are provided to computers and other devices on demand. Okay, so typical cloud computing providers deliver common business application online that are accessed from another web service or software like web browser, while the software and data are stored on servers. Okay, so next is, so what are the advantage of cloud computing? So first is people worldwide can access the cloud provided they have an internet connection. Second, there is no need to spend big money on hardware, software or licensing fee. Okay, so third point is you have access anytime, anywhere, making your life so much easier. Okay, and fourth is it takes fewer people to do more work on cloud with less time wasted on hardware and software issues. Okay, so you should remember that cloud storage is a term that refers to online space that you can use to store your data. This space is normally on remotely located servers to which you can connect anytime. Okay, by logging in. Okay, so using the internet and access your data, cloud storage provides a secure way of remotely storing your important data. Okay, so like Dropbox, SkyDrive and Google Drive are some famous cloud storage providers. So the risk involved. So the risk associated with cloud computing is like first is data privacy and security. Okay, so like confidential data with cloud service providers involve transfer of considerable amount of an organization's control over data security to the provider. So you should make sure your vendor understand your organization's data privacy and security need. Okay, second is shared access. So one of the key feature of public cloud computing is multi-tenancy. Okay, meaning that multiple usually unrelated customers share the same clouding resources like CPU, storage, memory, namespace, and physical building. So it is not just the risk of our private data accidentally leaking to other tenant, but the additional risk of sharing resources. Okay, so multi-tenancy exploits are very worrisome because one flaw could allow another tenant or attacker to see all of the data or to assume the identity of other clients. Okay. Third is data availability. So a major risk to business continuity in the cloud computing environment is loss of internet connectivity. So ask your cloud provider what controls are in place to ensure internet connectivity, because if a vulnerability is identified, you may have to terminate all access to the cloud provider until the vulnerability is rectified. Okay. So, and second last is disaster recovery. So hosting your computing resources and data at a cloud provider makes cloud providers disaster recovery capabilities like important to you. Okay, so you know your cloud provider disaster recovery capability and ask your provider if they have been tested. Okay, and third is cyber attacks. So as you store data on the internet, you are at risk of cyber attack. This is mainly challenging on the cloud, where volumes of data are stored by all type of user on the same cloud system. Okay, although with latest technologies, the host tries to make sure that your data is protected against cyber attack, but 100% security against it is not possible. Okay. So about Web 2.0. So Web 2.0 is a second stage of development of the internet, characterized particularly by the change from static web pages to dynamic or user generated content. Okay, so a simple definition of Web 2.0 is the read write web. Originally, the internet was a place to locate information which is read only. As the internet slowly changed, websites were developed, but that let people write, collaborate, and share information like Wikipedia and social networking sites. So Web 2.0 sites allow user to do more than just retrieve information. Instead of merely reading, a user is invited to comment or publish article or create a user account or profile on the sites, which may enable or increase participation. Okay, so the client side technology used in Web 2.0 development include Ajax and JavaScript frameworks such as YUI library, Dojo toolkit, Mo tools, jQuery, okay, and so on. Okay, so mainly the key characteristics of Web 2.0 are like web-based application can be accessed from anywhere. Simple applications solve specific problems. Data can be readily shared. Employees and customers can access and use tools on their own. Special tools encourage people to create, collaborate, edit, categorize, exchange, and promote. Network effects are encouraged. More people who contribute, the better the content gets. Okay, I hope you understand the characteristics of Web 2.0. Okay, so although Web 2.0 suggests a new version of the World Wide Web, it does not refer to an update to any technical specification, but rather to communicative change in the way web pages are made and used. So you can use it in education also. Like educator may face many challenges today. They must adapt to a generation of students who have grown up using the internet. The goal of imparting education has different purpose now. These days students must be able to communicate effectively, collaborate with others, think creatively and critically, gather, analyze and synthesize information. Okay, so Web 2.0 tools may be needed in the classroom to prepare both students and teachers for the shift in learning and concept understanding. This means that students in a web classroom would be expected to collaborate with other peers. By making the shift to web classroom, teachers may create a more open atmosphere where students are expected to stay engaged and participate in class discussion. In fact, there are many ways for educator to use this technology in this classroom. Okay, so there is no need to download, and teachers, students can master many of these tools in minutes. So we can divide tools for educators, like first is presentation tool. So here you can upload, create, edit and share creative presentation anytime, anywhere. Okay, so first is slide share. Okay, so after preparing the presentation, you do use this tool to upload your PowerPoint or keynote slides and smartboard presentation and share them. And second is Prezi. So Prezi presents a giant canvas instead of PowerPoint window. It will be totally a new experience to work in Prezi. Okay, next is PixViewer. So just export and upload your presentation to PixViewer and add some starting touches. Okay, and second tool is Video Tool. So in Video Tool, it is easier than ever to integrate video into shared projects and presentations. Like first is Animoto.com. So Animoto quickly produce beautiful, organized and completely unique video pieces from your photos, video clips and music. It is fast, free and very easy. Okay, and second is Photopiece.com. So this is easy to use, fun and free sites, allow you to create slideshows with built-in surveys and quizzes. Okay, so third tool is Mobile Tool. So perfect for podcasting, blogging, media sharing and quizzes. So these apps turn cell phones into smart teaching tools. Okay, so in this first is Pooleverywhere.com. So you can create real-time survey and get live responses any using your mobile device. Okay, and second is Phone.io. So this provide free voice call, conference calling, podcasting and more. Okay, and third is Jot.com. So you can set reminders, read, share, organize, get voicemail as email and text all via your voice and Jot. Okay, and the last tool is Community Tools. So from wikis to social networks, this range of tools enable teachers and students to communicate, collaborate and share work. Okay, and in this first is Edumodo.com. So this provides a social platform for students and teachers. Second is Google Docs. So Google Docs is an online word processor that lets you create, format text documents and collaborate with other people in real time. Okay, so you can create your own private wiki also. Okay, third is Ning.com. Okay, so using this you can create your own social network. Okay, and Classroom 2.0, it is an online community for teachers. And Creative Commons, here you can share and remix media legally. Okay, thank you for watching. I hope you understand this video, this chapters. Please like and subscribe to my channel and do please comments.